West Philippine Sea. West Philippine Sea is the official designation by the Philippine government of eastern parts of the South China Sea, which are included in the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. The term is also sometimes incorrectly used to refer to the South China Sea as a whole. Background: the first use of the term West Philippine Sea by the Philippine national government. The naming was intended for purposes of the national mapping system and to symbolize disagreement with China's sovereignty claim over the whole South China Sea. In the House of Representatives, and Representative Walden Bello filed a resolution in June 2011 urging the government to look into the process of changing the name of the South China Sea to Western Philippine Sea. The proposal to have a different naming for the sea has received support from the Armed Forces of the Philippines, which has been using West Philippine Sea since the mid-2000s that was codified by administrative order in September 2012, and its application clarified as limited to waters within the Philippine Exclusive Economic Zone (EEZ), which mandated use of that term. The Philippine government then announced that it would start using the name to refer to waters west of the Philippines as West Philippine Sea in government maps, other forms of communication, and documents. In September 2012, the Philippine government announced that it would start using the name to refer to waters west of the Philippines as West Philippine Sea in government maps, other forms of communication, and documents. 2016 PCA ruling. On July 12, 2016, the Permanent Court of Arbitration ruled in favor of the Philippines in a case not involving naming. It clarified that the tribunal has not been asked to and does not purport to delimit any maritime boundary between the parties or involving any other state bordering on the South China Sea. The tribunal also ruled that China has no historical rights based on the 9-line map. Legal scope. There is no exact demarcation of boundaries for the area in the South China Sea which forms the West Philippine Sea. The administrative order which officially named the area defined it as follows. The maritime areas on the western side of the Philippine archipelago are hereby named as the West Philippine Sea. These areas include the Luzon Sea as well as the waters around within the adjacent to the Calayan Island Group and Bajo de Masinloc, also known as Scarborough Shoal. In Philippine law, the West Philippine Sea refers only to the portions of the South China Sea which the Philippine government claims to be part of the country's exclusive economic zone (EEZ). The naming of the area became official through Administrative Order No. 29 issued by then-President Benigno Aquino Roman III on September 5, 2012. The order also cites Presidential Decree No. 1599, which was issued in 1978 during the tenure of then-President Ferdinand Marcos, which established the Philippine EEZ, as well as the Republic Act No. 9522 or the Baselines Law, which was enacted into law in 2009 during the administration of then-President Gloria Macapagal. The administrative order asserts the Philippine claim over its EEZ in the South China Sea, which conveys the Philippine government's position that it has sovereign rights under the 1982 United Nations Convention on Usage. Under the Administrative Order No. 29, the National Mapping and Resource Information Authority is mandated to use the designation West Philippine Sea in maps produced and published by the government agency. Other government agencies are also required to use the term to popularize the use of the name domestically and internationally. Prior to the issuance of the order, the Philippines Weather Bureau, PAGASA, adopted the name in 2011 to refer to waters west of the country while remained using Philippine Sea to refer waters east of the archipelago. The term West Philippine Sea has sometimes been incorrectly used to refer to whole South China Sea.